Going live. Have you ever hit the live button, but you weren't like exactly sure what you wanted to say? Yeah, that's what happened today. So I'm here and I'm live because I'm keeping my word to you and myself. It is mental health. Mental, no, it's not. That's May. April is financial awareness month. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's financial awareness month. Do you know that uh, people don't like to talk about money? Are you one of those people that doesn't like to talk about money? Well, guess what? That's what we're going to be talking about every single day, except for Sunday. Let's take some time off. We're going to be talking about money. Financial Awareness Month is it's really called Financial Literacy Month. I like to call it Financial Awareness Month because you're already literate. You know how to use money. You know you're supposed to spend less than you make. You know you're supposed to save some of that for the future. You know that you're supposed to give a little. You got all the fundamentals. But what's happening inside your head? What is the story you're telling yourself? What are the negative emotions that you've been talking about? Well, I want to talk about today the negative emotions, the top four. We're going to be talking about the top four negative emotions that you feel or that happen with money. So let's just write that down so that we can top four negative emotions. Are you with me? So you can put yours in the chat, but I'm going to tell you what I have experienced as a financial advisor. So we're talking about the top four negative emotions associated with money. I want you to go ahead and share with me in the chat what is your top negative emotion? And then I'm going to share with you the ones that I see most often. So I often see guilt, greed, shame, and desperation. Now, some people toggle between these. Like they feel the desperation, so they put out a price. We're going to talk a lot about price this week. So they put out a price for their service, and then they feel some guilt, and they're like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have charged that much." And then they lower their price. And then they feel the greed and they're like, wait, I am worth it. I should be charging that much. I spent thousands of dollars on my degree, or, I studied for hours and hours to learn this stuff. And then that greed makes them raise the price again. And then they're like, wait, I feel shame. Maybe I don't know enough. Maybe I need to learn more. Maybe I need another certification. I mean, come on, you don't need another certification. So I jumped right in. But for those of you who do not know me, I am Kanae Corder, National Certified Counselor, specializing in, did I just put that there? Because that is so old. Specializing in financial therapy. And let me tell you what I do better than anybody else in the world. I work with financial advisors and mental health practitioners. Because why? Because financial advisors don't really like talking about emotions around money, and mental health practitioners don't really like to talk about money. So if the financial advisors aren't talking about emotions and the mental health providers aren't talking about money, well, when the heck do you get to talk about your emotions about money? You can't talk about it with your financial advisor. You can't talk about it with your mental health, your therapist. So when do you talk about it? You need a financial therapist. So that's why I work with financial advisors and mental health professionals, helping them incorporate financial therapy into their practice, because money is the number one cause of stress, whether you have it or not. Am I right? Right. From hundredaire to billionaire, we're all worried about money, having more of it, wondering who has more than we do, what our clients should pay us, what we should be paying for all the things that we need to run our business. Money stresses us out, and it doesn't have to. But why? Why does money stress you out? That's what we're going to talk about. Why does money stress you out? Why do you feel guilt? Why do you feel greed? Why do you feel shame? Why do you feel desperation when it comes to money. Let me tell you why. Why? Because society has told you that there is one cookie cutter way to make money. And it used to be get a job, right? And nowadays it's kind of changing. The entrepreneur spirit is a lot more alive. And we are going to more towards having our own businesses. And let me tell you, back in the day, that was the thing. Almost everybody had their own business, but they specialized. Another reason why you're feeling that desperation is because you're trying to talk to everybody. Now, I'm going to go deeper on specializing, not next week, but the week after that. But that's a part of it. That's why you feel that desperation, because you're trying to talk to everybody. And by trying to talk to everybody, you talk to nobody. But that's also another reason why you feel the guilt. So you try to sell your product to somebody who doesn't need it because you need the money. Let's just be honest. You need the money. And it sort of becomes sort of a game, right? They say no, and you're like, no, you need this. You need this right now. And maybe they do. But here, let me drop this little piece of information on you before I go. They might need your service, but you could be planting a seed. This could be the first time they ever heard of your service or this service, period. And if you are planting the seed, they may not say yes right away. But maybe you're watering the seed. Maybe they're closer. Maybe somebody else planted seed, or maybe you planted the seed earlier. And now they're like, maybe, I don't know, this kind of sounds right. I like the idea of this, but they're not quite ready. Well, don't get desperate. Don't get greedy. Don't feel guilty. Don't take it personally. Don't feel shame. Just take your time, because they're going to be ready to harvest really soon. And you need to be there, which is part of the reason why you nurture them. This is why you send those 8 emails. This is why you send that consistent email every week. This is why you go live every week. This is why you keep your message the same, because if you change it, then you can't harvest the seeds that you watered. Oh, did you hear me? Did you hear me? Now, I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you, because I love a new message. I love change. I love variety. But you cannot harvest seeds if you don't stay in them long enough. You have to plant them, water them, and then harvest them. So if your message is constantly changing, if it's not clear, then you can't harvest those seeds. Now, how does that make you feel? I sound like a real therapist, don't I? How does it make you feel? How does it feel to know that you have control over whether they say yes or no to you? It's not your price, but you do have to get your price right. How do you get your price right? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I'm actually going to be talking about that tomorrow. So if you are not in the More Than Therapy community, then you need to get in there now. So what's the best way for you to do that? Let me see. I'm going to have you go here. Put in the link. I should have put the link in the description of this video, but I didn't. So I'm going to put it right here. You're going to put the www in front of it. Yes, please do that. Presidentiallifestyle.com. When you go to that website, you're going to see join the webinar. And when you join the webinar, it's automatically going to add you to the More Than Therapy community. So you're going to do one thing and 2 things are going to happen. Yes, yes, yes. Aren't you? Yes, that's how much I care about you. I want you to do one thing and I'm going to do 2 things for you. You do one thing for me, I do 2 things for you. Does that sound like an even exchange? No, it's not. But that's the kind of girl I am. I'm very generous. So I'm going to give you the webinar as well as the community. And all you have to do is put your best email address in the form when you click. So you're going to click this website, presidentiallifestyle.com. When you get there, you're going to see a link. It's going to be at the top right, but it's going to be some links down at the buttons that say like join the webinar, that kind of thing. Click on it. It's going to take you to a form. You're going to fill it out. It's just going to ask for your name and email address. You're going to put your best email address in there. And when you do that, you'll be registered for the class. And guess what? Immediately, like right now, this moment, you'll be able to log in and start the class because I put a few things in there, little bonuses in there for you before I go live. Now, the class is really a live class. I need you to understand that. It's a live class. And let me make sure you understand this about me. If you're new to me, if you're new to Kanae, then you need to know that I believe that done is better than perfect. So once I get something started, and I'm a quick start, I will start something and then I want you to come along with me. And then I correct along the way. It's really important that you know that about me because if you're looking for perfection in a guide, then I am not your guide. I need you to know that. But if you are looking for care, like somebody who cares about you, if you are looking for somebody who's going to support you no matter freaking what, I do not care how bad you think it is. I'm going to help you out of that hole. If you are looking for somebody that is consistent, if you are looking for somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about, because how many financial people who are calling themselves financial therapists a lot, but are they? No, they might say they are, but they're not. There's one financial therapist right now in front of you, and that is me. And I guarantee you, if you and I get together, you're going to see how some of that other stuff you've been hearing about hasn't been correct. So if you're a financial advisor, or if you are a health practitioner, mostly a therapist, you're going to get so much out of this community. But also, if you are a service-based business owner or private practice business owner, this community and this webinar will be for you too. I want you to understand I specialize in working with financial advisors and therapists. However, everything that I'm going to talk about in this webinar is going to be good for service-based business owners or private practice business owners too. So you might be asking, what are you going to talk about? I am going to talk about how to create logical and profitable pricing. Now, if you have no questions about your price, if you're like, I got my price, I'm done, it's clear, I feel no guilt, I feel no shame, I feel no desperation, I feel no greed, I feel only good, positive emotions about my price, then you don't have to worry about the webinar, at least not this week. But in the following weeks, I will be teaching how to build your community. Why do you need a community? Very important. Why you want to quit because you don't have a community, because you don't have people around you. You need a community. You need to build a community. You also need to have a community. See what I'm saying? You need a community that you just go to and they pour into you. You just receive in that community. And then you also need a community that you pour into. And if you don't have those two, you're going to feel empty. You're going to feel alone and you're going to want to quit. Next week, I'm going to tell you how to build that. The third week, I'm going to tell you how to create your niche. Oh, I know niche is a bad word. You want to be all things to all people. You can help everybody. You're good at this. You can help everybody in the world. I know, but you don't want to help everybody in the world right now. You want to specialize until you make a name for yourself. And then you can help all the people because they're going to be coming to you. They're going to be looking for you. But right now, you're looking for clients. So if right now you're looking for clients, then you need to narrow the type of clients you're looking for so you can know where to find them. I'm going right here to find the clients I'm looking for. Then once you specialize and like master that group, then you can go off into other groups. So that's what we're talking about in week 3. Week 4, my favorite subject, we're going to be talking about multiple streams of revenue. Yeah, so this is Financial Awareness Month. And of course, during Financial Awareness Month, I have to talk about multiple streams of revenue. And if you have not, if you just have one stream of revenue, shame on you. That's going to hurt. At some point, that's going to hurt. You're like, oh, everything is fine, Kanae. I make 6 figures. I'm making $12,000 a month. Okay, but what happens if that one stream gets hit and nothing is coming in and that $12,000 a month goes away. Oh, yeah, you're going to want to have, I don't care if you have $1,000 income stream. At least you won't, when that one goes down, if it does, you won't be out completely. But we're going to talk about that in the 4th week. So stay with me. Come into the community. Here is the website that you're going to go to. I probably should have done it this way, which is actually the opposite way, but because of the way the camera works. Anyway, too much detail. www. Yes, you need to put the www in there. I know. What is this, 1995? No, it's not. But something happened, and that is the best way to get there. If you don't put the www in there, you just put presidentiallifestyle.com, you're not going to get there. I don't know why, because I am not a tech genius. I am a financial therapy genius. And this is what I know. Put the www.presidentiallifestyle.com in there. It will take you to the website. It will ask you to click on the button to go ahead and register. Give me your best email. And then we're going to talk about this Tuesday, pricing. Why? Because a lot of people feel negative emotions around pricing. Now, I want to give you this really quickly. Let's see if so I told you that we're talking about the top negative emotions. Let me see if this is going to let me give you what I want, because I want you to see this, because some of you are visual. That's interesting. That's not what I wanted. I want you to see these: guilt, greed, shame, desperation. Hopefully I spelled that right, because I don't always spell all the things right. You might have that trouble too. So guilt, does it feel good to see it? I know, right? It does. So guilt, greed, shame, desperation. We're going to walk you through these negative emotions today, tomorrow, the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that. All this week, I want to talk to you about the 4 money emotions. Now, I'm about to leave here and go into my community. But here's the thing. If you go to the website and you join right now, then right now you can ask me a question in the community, because that's where I will be. Now, I see Kalisa hanging out with us. Multiple streams of income. That's right. So if you want to ask me a question, you need to jump into the community. It's super easy, super easy. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. What am I going to try? I'm going to try to put this link in the chat. And the reason why I say stuff like, I don't know if this is going to work, because technology, oh man, technology, like we have this like strange, weird love-hate relationship. I don't know. I don't like to have it. I love technology. Love technology. But it doesn't always love me. And tell me this, because this is something we talk about in the community. And this might be the thing that will get you off the fence in the community, because it's free. So what the heck are you weighing on? But we talk about the things that stress you out, like technology, like marketing, like operations, like finances, like sticking to your core values. You ever been running your business and you see somebody doing something that's just shameful, awful, terrible, and you're like, but they're making money, maybe I should do that thing too? Yeah, no. I'm gonna stick there. I'm gonna be with you so you can stick to your core values, so you can feel good about it. Now, we don't have to have the same core values for me to hold you to your core values, because your core values are important to you and you need to hold to them. My core values are important to me. Now, when you're in the community, I'm going to ask you to adhere to some of them, like do your work first. That's super important. You should not be out there trying to tell people what to do and you're not doing it. Shame on you. Do your work first. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to make sure you do that. It is my responsibility. I have a responsibility to the people of the world to make sure that you're doing your work, because if you are going to serve, then you need to be clear. You need to be healthy. You need to be on top of your game. And the only way you're going to do that is to do your work first, which also means practice what you preach. So if you do your work, you automatically practice what you preach because you just can't help it. Right. So if you're telling people, let's say you're a financial advisor, and you're telling people they need to invest a certain way, yet you're not investing that way. I'm curious. Why not? You don't believe yourself? Oh, okay. So then why aren't you doing it? Yeah. Practice what you preach. Now, this one to me, lead with generosity, is why I said what I said in the beginning. You're going to click the link. You're going to do one thing, register for the class. And you're going to get two things from me, the class and the community. I love to lead with generosity. And my last core value is to make sure that we keep the work authentic. But the only way that I can do that is for you and I to get together really intimately. And that happens in the community. So it's only so much I'm going to give you out here on social media. It's just not fair because it's way too much information. In order for me to keep the work authentic, the only way I can do it is in the community. So if you haven't clicked this link already, you need to do it now because I'm about to go. And the link I guess the link will be in the comments, so you can do that now. Oh, yeah. All righty. So that's it. If you got questions, jump in the community. I will answer them because I have the answers. And if I don't have the answers, I know where to find them. So, and you know where to find me in the community. I couldn't resist. I had to say it. I couldn't resist. You know what's coming, right? You felt it. I know. So join me in the community. Click the link. Join the community. As soon as you do, you're going to go into your library and you're going to look for the More Than Therapy community. And I will be there. We are going to talk about money all this week. Is it going to be perfect conversation? Everything mapped out with titles and all the things? No, because done is better than perfect. What it will be, though, is caring. I will care about you and make sure you have everything you need. What it will be, though, is authentic. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to allow you to be yourself. And I mean, seriously, how many places can you go where you get to be yourself? Not many. But with me, you get to do that. And 3, the next thing is some accountability. I'm going to hold you to what you say you want in life. Don't be around me if you don't want it. I will tell you, do not freaking click that link and join this community if you don't want your dreams to come true. Because if you hang out with me, that's exactly what's going to happen. That is what I do. I make people feel better. So, but the reason why I wouldn't make you feel better is if you don't really want your dreams to come true. If you're like, no, I don't want my dreams to come true. I want to stay where I am stuck and I like being stuck. Then do not click that link because it's going to change your life. Just telling you. You don't have to believe me, but if you click the link, you'll see for yourself. All right? Because I'm done talking. I'm about to go answer some questions in the community. Bye-bye now. Or au revoir.